Hello again. How's it going? I don't think you guys hate this because you haven't left yet, so I think that's doing pretty good. I hope everyone got some free pizza. I just got a quick question. Who here was at the old Kansas venue? Raise your hands. Woo! All right, so we got a lot of old timers. Who here remembers what we called the Boulevard Wall? The shut the fuck up wall. Yeah, that's right. So, right now, we're gonna have Caleb present. I'm sorry, my brain is dying tonight. He's gonna be talking, he's gonna be doing great, but all that we ask is if you guys wanna keep talking, that's great. But we ask that you guys go outside under the patio and keep doing it out there. That way the people who want to listen can. Caleb, you wanna do a quick intro?
Yes. Okay, so for me, the STFU wall stands for say, thanks for understanding by shutting up outside. So, my name's not important, so that's why he forgot it, that's fine. I'm gonna be back there, because we're in a new place, it's all new and different. I'm gonna be driving a computer, live demo, baby, we'll see how this goes. So, it's either gonna rock or it's gonna suck. Yeah, well, we'll see. So, I've got a mic back there, and you won't see my face, we're just gonna be looking at the screen. But, a quick intro. So I got into real estate investing lately, and the amount of publicly available data on you and your family and your finances is vast. So, that's right. Give me your address, and we'll go look you up, see what you paid for your house, how much you have financed, and all that stuff, right? So, I just thought it was really interesting from a cybersecurity perspective. Now, I have a paid tool called PropStream, but it's pulling a bunch of open source data, right? And so, your mortgage and all this other stuff, these are public documents. Now, I have to pay PropStream if I want to see a copy of one of those documents because they have to fetch it from the local repository or whatnot. But you could go down and get a physical copy for yourself of any public debt recorded against a property. So what's going to happen today is I'm going to ask you guys, like, hey, what's your neighbor's address? Who do you want to creep on? And we're going to do it live. That's all we're doing. And we're going to dig in, and we're going to find some cool stuff. We're going to find some weird stuff. And it's gonna suck or rock. That's about it. Yeah.
Give it up for Caleb!
Testing.
All right, mic check. Oh, good, it works. All right, we're going live. Somebody give me an address of a neighbor that you want to creep on. I'm back here in the back, though. You gotta, like, come talk to me. I can't hear. Somebody look up the ad. I gotta go by address. I don't go by name. Nobody? No addresses? This is gonna suck.
5225 Renner.
You guys didn't come prepared. You don't even know your friends. Somebody else Google it. All right. Nah, man, I only got one hand. Then come do it. All right. Oh, is this that mansion? Do you know this person? Or are you just really curious? I got one right now, so yeah, stand by. All right, so when I go to look at a property, what do I do on a Mac? Command plus? Yeah, there we go. All right. So I get to pull this up, and let's see what information I get. Sometimes it rocks, sometimes it's not. Command minus. It's all weird on me, on a Mac. All right, 7 bad, 10 baths. Why do you have 10 baths on that house? What is this place? And why is my resolution off? It's live, that's why. Yeah. Well, I don't know why this is blocking me, but that's because it's live. So, Dennis something. What do we see here? So, oh, this person owns more than one property. So now I get to see the addresses or lots that they also own. Right, so I can look this stuff up. Sometimes there's pictures if it's recent on the MLS for sale. But now I see this person's portfolio value. Right? That doesn't mean it's all paid off. Although open loan amount tells me that maybe it is all paid off. right? So public record does not show a mortgage balance on this. Oh, you guys can't even see that. Crap, man. Oh, there we go. So mortgage and debt summary. It doesn't look like this person has a mortgage. This is not always accurate. That's why we're going to do multiple examples here. So I can't look up any mortgages on this property because they don't got nothing to show. I'm not sure there's more to dig on that one. Give me another one.
13032 West 102nd Terrace, Lenexa, Kansas.
There we go. All right, 13032 West 102nd Terrace in Lenexa, Kansas. Kansas City, Kansas. All right. Yeah, Lenexa. Sorry, I'm just saying stuff. All right, 4-bed, 3-bath, almost 1,200 square feet. That's a lot of beds and baths for that many square feet. I'll let you know that. Jeremy Welsh. What happened? Oh, okay. All right, so mortgage and transaction history. Let's see. Oh, we have an open loan, FHA loan. Estimated payment of $800 a month, and they still owe probably about $144,000. So how that works is, this is a 360-month loan. That means for 30 years they have this loan. If you can see that, I'll put it up high there. So it's a 30-year loan, started on this date, or that's the final date, and their monthly payments are a little over $800 by some pennies. So, what about rent? So, oh yeah, owning a home is almost always cheaper than rent, but then you have maintenance to deal with, like a water main breaking across the street and stuff, right? You done messed up, AA Ron. All right, so when I call somebody, when I'm doing a real estate call, I already know how much they still owe on their house when I do this sort of stuff. And sometimes it'll show that there's linked properties, so I know when somebody's sitting on a gold mine of properties. Did you find out what you want to know about this neighbor or whoever this is? Okay, yes, that's a success. Somebody else, give me another address. Come over here. I had a lady, I was doing this at a real estate meetup, and I had a lady give me an address. Somebody else was supposed to have bought the house that a family member owned, but he sold it to his LLC so he could tell her he sold it off. But now he's making rent money on it, and like stuff got a little crazy in that real estate meetup. I had to turn it off. She got real angry. Addresses, anybody? Here we go, 1417 South. What? SH? There we go. There can't be too many of those. Ghetto Neighbors, okay. You have it live on YouTube. These are Ghetto Neighbors. Details. The ghetto neighbor's name is Glenn Ingram. So sometimes it's really interesting to find out that an LLC owns somebody's house. If somebody claims they're the owner, you'll find out, actually, you're not. Either they own the LLC or they're a renter. Oh, but Mr. Ingram owns 2 properties. Oklahoma City. So he has probably a rental. So let's look at that. Let's dig into what this guy's got over here. So he owns the one local, and he owns one in Oklahoma City, 3-bed, 1-bath, owned in his own name, not an LLC, and it is non-owner occupied, and he's probably making around $1,000 to $1,100 a month rent from that property. He currently carries a mortgage balance of almost $70,000, and we can probably see how much his monthly payment is. So he's bringing in $300 a month. But somebody's paying off that house for him. So, I mean, good for him. Did you find out what you wanted to know? We got a yes. What else? Let's give me another address. Yep.
It is 11919.
11919.
West 139th.
West 139th. Oh, that's not going to come up. TH. There it is. All right. What are we going to find here? What do you want to know about this person? How much is their house worth? Okay, estimated value is somewhere between these two numbers. It's a rough, between $705,000 and $685,000, somewhere around there. Now, I can go and do comps to compare to other houses, but that's a whole separate research study and not really related to OSINT. So 5-bed, 4.5 bath, and it looks like they own multiple properties. They also own Raintree Drive. And it's owned by a family trust. Okay.
That was my question.
So if it's a lawyer-backed trust, how do you get to know more information? That's what people pay for lawyer-backed trusts for. I can't get past that. A trust is private unless you have a legal reason to expose the trust document in a court proceeding.
What about looking at the deed plate from before it became a trust?
Yes, so we can play with, so a lot of times people will transfer a property that they already own directly into a trust. So you can see who's related, and you can use like Family Tree now to find out all sorts of other who's involved and whatnot. So let's look at mortgage and transaction history and see if we can find. Yes, it is different from state to state. So, oh, here's another thing to know. There's arm's length and non-arm's length. Imagine somebody holding their arm out to keep somebody back. An arm's length transaction is, I don't know you, and if you ever watch King of the Hill, I don't know you, that's my purse. Right, so I don't know you, but we're going to do a transaction between you and me that's in each of our best interests. That's an arm's length transaction. Now, if it's somebody that you know or you're transferring into an entity that you own or know, that's an wait a minute. That's an arm's length transaction, non-arm's length. Non-arm's, it means you're like right up next to each other doing some sort of secret deal. So the value may not actually reflect market value. So
Where does the data come from that determines whether it's an arm's length or not?
I think it's legal attestation that says, yes, I don't know this person, or you're supposed to declare any affiliations. So somebody may not do that, and it may be registered as an arm's length transaction falsely. So what are we looking at here? Does this give you any information about Kevin Kaufman? Rife Homes built it, and then Kevin Kaufman built it. And that's the previous owner? Okay, and then it got transferred into the revocable trust. So I don't know if he sold it directly to a revocable trust or if he's part of that revocable trust. He's not part of that trust. So he sold it? Okay, there you go. Give me something else. Let's find some weird stuff. Doesn't do very well in commercial. This is geared towards up to fourplexes. What do you got? 1505 HIGHLAND. Oh, Columbia. Highland Court. Here it is. This one? Yeah, that one, he says. What do you want to find out about this? Enormous. Oh, is there a house on it? Yeah, okay, 6 beds, 7.5. I don't understand why people have more bathrooms than bedrooms. That doesn't make sense to me. What's low battery? Well, plug it in. I don't have a power. You don't want to see what I plug into it. All right, so estimated value between 1.6 and 2.4 million. That's a pretty broad spread. It's hard to tell based on how much land there is, basically, I think. But Mr. Otto Malley owns it in his own name. And his wife. You got a power plug for this? Anybody else want to creep on somebody? Here we go. 6405. West 158th Place. Overland Park, Kansas. All right, here we go. Is this you or is this somebody you want to know something about? Oh, recently sold, huh? All right, 4-bed, 3-bath, now owned by Michael Shakib. Shakib. Who knows? Michael and Suvd. I don't know how to pronounce that, so don't get mad at me, but the second person's name is SUVD. We hope this is power. Are we powered up? Success! We have power.
Can you pivot then and pull the public records? What I'm wondering is, can you take this and pivot to other assets like cars?
Can I take this and pivot to other assets like cars? This app, this program won't, but what do you mean?
But you can pull the public data, right?
Yes, I can pull public data.
So can you pivot to the actual source of record that this is pulling behind and see what other date records are there outside of real estate?
I don't know. I've only played with the real estate.
Can you pull the source of record for this entry you're showing?
No, this is not geared for me to pull a source of record. I would actually have to go to the local county record keeping office, whatever it is that's actually doing that. But this is mostly going to be like, so you can go, if you want to learn more information about a specific property than a program like this has, you can manually look up a property at the county tax assessor's office and find out the parcel number. Sometimes there's a drawing of the property with the dimensions of the rooms and whatnot.
Have you done the vertical part? Could you demonstrate that for this property?
Have I what?
Have you done a vertical part? Could you demonstrate that for this property?
Let's look that up. Yeah, hang on. Okay, so it's for the whole Johnson County, and you can look up, so let's look up the same address. Don't use this for entertainment purposes. That's why I'm not using my computer. Okay, is this the right one?
Looks like it. I'm seeing a great, oh, I can't see that over there.
Ah. Well, here, on the screen. 6405 West 158th Place. Okay, so we have a legal description, we have a subdivision, we have a plat that we can look up. You got to buy the plats. So for the full layout. But here's the low resolution layout of the land plat, but we might get a sketch. You can see the appraisals and any contests against that. There you go. So now you see the dimensions of the house at least.
Any way to get blueprints?
No, you cannot get blueprints here. I think that's all I got there. Although I have looked up somebody else and found their new mailing address and things like that by just chasing down the county records. Anybody else?
8005 Northeast 102 Street, Kansas City, Missouri. It's probably 102nd. I have a client it's really hard to talk.
There we go. 8005 Northeast 102nd Street. KC Mo. Details. Owner occupied. They've owned it for 9 months. I can also see how long somebody has owned their house right there. Length of ownership. Ryan Friedhoff. There you have it. What else do we want to know? Mortgage and transaction history. They have a conventional mortgage, and they took it out on 10/2/2020. I can pay for a copy of the document if you want to see the details. I'm not going to do that live now. But the loan was for $485,000. So a traditional loan, a conventional loan, takes 20% down unless they're going to pay mortgage insurance. So you're going to have to guess whether they put 5, 10, 15, or 20% down on that property. But they got a loan for $485,000, and they still owe most of it. Yeah, okay. So then their monthly loan payment, not including taxes and insurance, is $2,000. So they're probably looking at $2,400, $2,500 house payment. Is this entertaining?
Hey, what about this address right here where we're at?
Yeah, let's look up this address here. Usually commercial doesn't do too well, but I would be remiss if I didn't try it live. What is the address here? Somebody looked it up. Somebody with a computer, look it up. I only got one hand. 16, what? 152.
How do you do with houses that aren't built yet?
Not good. I don't do well on houses that aren't built yet. All right, so this is the current address, 1520 Grand Boulevard. It's a corporate owner, 1520 Grand LLC. That does not surprise me. A lot of people name their LLC whatever the address is because they have one LLC per property. It did have a cash sale in maybe 2010, but I don't see the price. Linked properties. Let's see if this company owns more properties. Well, there you go. So they bought a second vacant land. This is an interesting mix to me. As a real estate investor, it's interesting that they're mixing commercial and vacant land, residential land, in the same portfolio. But the vacant land is a relatively recent purchase, and it must not have been worth spinning up a new LLC just to hold it. Interesting. Usually you don't want to mix asset classes for risk management purposes. Sometimes those negative numbers look weird. It's hard for it to tell. All right. So there are two mortgages on this property. One for $1.9 million, one for $225,000. I cannot guarantee this information is accurate, especially on a commercial property. Now, on a commercial loan, they will structure a loan for 30 years, but you will have to pay it off in 5 or 10, or refinance it in 5 or 10. How much money do you end up paying for your house by the time you've paid it off? Like 2 or 3 or 4 times as much, right? Because it's amortized, it starts mostly with interest. So especially in the commercial space, you'll see these long loans, but you cannot expect that it's going to last 30 years. The termination date's going to be relatively early on something like that. So they're going to be paying interest only most of the time, and then refinance it, and then paying interest only again on a new loan. So commercial assets are basically never meant to be paid down, interestingly enough. I have a young lady in the back nodding profusely as I speak. Are you validating me? What's going on? Oh, okay. I didn't know if you're like, yeah, he's right. I would love some validation. Yeah, she says. All right. So, wow, they bought it. Oh, okay. So the purchase method with the county, by the way, the purchase method with the county is cash up here at the top or in the middle of your screen. That's because they got a private loan from somewhere else. They brought cash to the seller. So they went and got financing and brought a cash price to the seller, and then when they acquired it, they had to record a deed of trust or a new debt on the property for the $1.9 million. And maybe they did some renovations for that $225K.
Have you talked about what this tool is?
So this tool is called PropStream, P-R-O-P-S-T-R-E-A-M. And it costs $100 a month, so if you want to look somebody up, just hit me up, and I'll help you out. It's a real estate investor tool. I use this to look somebody up before I call them to make an offer on their house. So I know how much they owe, what their monthly payment is. So if I can get into a discussion where I understand why they want to sell their house, then I can structure a deal. Usually creative financing is what I try to do so that I can accommodate whatever they need. I'm not looking to pay full price for a house, so we figure something out. Another address. Oh, come on. The White House? Oh, who owns the White House? What is it?
1600.
What? Okay. Who owns it? Hey, look, Trump still owns it. No, we don't get to find out that information. That is not public record. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. But we can see this property, the White House South Lawn, estimated value $0. No, I'm sure it's not for sale, folks. Any other takers? Any other questions? Because this is all I've got. I'm just doing live lookups. I know somebody wants to creep on a neighbor. I found out my mom and dad had an extra loan on their property. They pulled out a HELOC. That's how they bought their solar panels. All right, here we go.
660. No, just 16. Yeah, 17. D-O-R-N-A-G-H.
What?
Dorna? D-O-R.
D-O-R-N-A-G-H.
G-H.
Yeah, there can't be too many of that street.
These guys tried to buy my folks' house at like way too low price.
The people at this address tried to buy your parents' house?
Yeah, they tried to scam them. They tried to buy it.
Farmer Bill. Actually, it's Bill Farmer. Paulette and Bill Farmer. I'll bet. No, they don't have linked properties. Interesting. Let's see. They have $0 debt recorded against the property right now, and I know that's hard to see. So, hey, this screen sucks a little bit. Anyway, but it would rent for about $2,500, their property. So go make a low offer on theirs and see what they do. If nobody else has anything, I'm about to sign off of here and let you guys chat some more. All right, peace out, people.